Aloha! Now, aloha, how are we all? Hope we're all doing well. This is going to be a quick double header tonight. First, we're going to go into the National League predictions. So, let's get to it, shall we? For the next, Altricham versus Grimsby is the first game for Tuesday night's games. Grimsby are top of the table after a 6-0 drubbing of Dover at the weekend in treacherous conditions. But I think the conditions were treacherous all over the place. Altricham with a fantastic win at the weekend as well. Absolutely fantastic win for them against Dagenham and Redbridge. So that'll give them a lot of confidence really going into this. And I'm under no illusions of for Grimsby. I've got no illusions that Altricham is not going to be that good. It's not going to be that good as in not that easy. I think it's. I'm going to just go for Grimsby to nick it. I'm going to say 2-1 only because I do believe that Grimsby are going to have to score more than one to get past Altricham. So that's my first prediction. Altricham 1, Grimsby Town 2. Next up we have Bornwood up against Torquay. Torquay United had an impressive 5-0 win over Wildstone at the weekend. Bornwood got a 1-1 draw with Eastleigh. This is a difficult one. Do you know what? I'm going to go for Torquay to nick this. I'm going to go Torquay to win 1-0 against Bornwood. Have they started to turn the corner, Torquay? We'll find out on that one. The third match of the evening will be Bromley up against Weymouth. Bromley with our success last week against Grimsby in more treacherous weather. And they're up against Weymouth, who have started to plateau a little bit, I would say. I do fancy Bromley to win this one. I think they're just starting to find their feet and their momentum going a little bit to this. So I'm going to say Bromley 2, Weymouth 0. Next we have Dover Athletic up against Aldershot. Two real struggling sides. Obviously, Dover coming off that 6-0 drubbing to Grimsby at the weekend. That had to have stung. And Aldershot are... well, there's a bit of controversy. Where was the Aldershot ground staff? At least that's what everyone at Wrexham was saying. At least that's what everyone at Wrexham was saying. Where's the Aldershot ground staff? Did they all miraculously need to go for a coffee early or something to get out the rain? Because their game with Wrexham was abandoned at the weekend. They were 2-0 down at the time. Fortunately, now that game will have to be replayed. For the first 20 minutes of the game against Grimsby, Dover were in it. Do you know what? I'm going to go for Dover to actually pick up their first win. I'm going to go Dover 2, Aldershot 1 in this one. I think Dover have been in. Take away 2 games, one against Eastleigh and one against Grimsby. If you take those two games out of it, they've been more than competitive in this league, even though even though they are bottom. And I fancy him to nick a home win this coming time round, 2-1 against Aldershot. Next we have Halifax Town against Notts County. Notts County coming off that stinging 4-1 home defeat to Woking, and Halifax coming off a 0-0 draw. And all I can say is, wow. I'm sorry, Notts, but I've got to go Halifax in this one. Just at the Shea. There's something about Halifax at the Shea which, you need to respect. I fancy this to be a high-scoring affair. I'm going to go for Halifax Town 3, Notts County 2. Notts County have lost the last 2 games as well. They're going to want to rebound pretty quick. They don't want to be falling into a losing streak. But I think if it had been Meadow Lane, I would most definitely have gone Notts County. I just think Halifax and the way Pete Wild, once Pete Wild is motivated, his team seems to be motivated. And I just see it being a motivation for them against Notts County. Halifax 3, Notts County 2. Kings Lynn up against Barnet. Kings Lynn with a fantastic win at the weekend, which is what they desperately needed, up against Barnet, who have picked up a win and a draw in the last 2 games. I fancy Kings Lynn at home. I think it's going to be big for Kings Lynn as to where they stay up or not about their home form. And I'm going to go for Kings Lynn to nick this. Probably Kings Lynn to Barnet 1. I'm going to go for that one. Yes, I think it's going to be a very, very, very tough game, but I fancy Kings Lynn to get the result at home. Next, we have out of sorts, Southend United against Eastleigh. What in the world is going on at Southend? I think they've just prepared wrong for the National League. I think maybe their owner, who doesn't seem to want to be there, or there's a lot of angst at Southend at the moment, and it's proving it's kind of like what Grimsby had last season in League Two, and they know because they came down with us. But there just doesn't seem to be a good feeling around Southend. So I'm sorry, Southend fans, but I've got to go for Eastleigh on this. A 2-0 win for Eastleigh. Eastleigh are, they're battlers, they're scrappers, and if Southend aren't ready for a scrap, I think it'll be another letdown for Phil Brown. But Southend fans, if you see this, what's your take on this? What's going on at your club right now? Because it seems like an absolute mess. No one seems to be together. It's all a bit fractured, and at the minute, I can't see Eastleigh not winning. At the minute, I wouldn't sack Phil Brown because I wouldn't say it's fully Phil Brown's fault, because he's come into one hell of a situation there. But I've got to go Eastleigh for the win, like I said, by 2-0 for Eastleigh. Wildstone up against Solihull Moors. Solihull are doing what I thought they would do, shall we say. Solihull are right on the brink of the playoff places. Wildstone they're coming off that 5-0 defeat to Torquay. I can't see Wildstone really getting a win here, to be honest. I'm going to say 1-0 to Solihull Moors. I just think that Neil Ardley has got Solihull going and got them moving, and I can't see them slipping up against Wildstone. Watch me be very, very wrong. But my opinion is Solihull to win against Wildstone by 1-0. Now, Woking are next. They're up against Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, Dagenham and Redbridge had a bit of a surprise losing at the weekend, and I think it stunned them a bit, losing to Altricham. That stunned them just a little bit. Well, now they're going to another surprise package in Woking, who amazingly went to Notts County and won by 4-1. When I still say that, it still surprises me, but nothing in this level should surprise me. We all know what these teams are capable of, and like I've always said, we all have to respect all sides. And do you know what? I'm going to go for Woking to carry it on. I'm going to go Woking 3, Dagenham Redbridge 2. Yeah, I think I am. I'm going to go for Woking to win 3-2 against Dagenham. Watch Dagenham prove me wrong. Next, we've got one of the big games, as we class as of the two biggest budgets in the league. Wrexham hosting Chesterfield. Both teams are a little bit up and down at the moment, hit and miss. Wrexham, though, obviously very annoyed by the Aldershot postponement at the weekend. I'm going to go for a draw here, but I'm going to go for a high-scoring draw. I'm going to go for Wrexham 3, Chesterfield 3. They've all got threats all over the park, you know. You got Tishamanga on the field, you got Jake Hyde on the field, you got Paul Mullin on the field, you've got Stephen Payne on the field. You've got so many threats. I can't split them, so I'm going to go 3-3. And the final game for Tuesday evening is Yeovil Town up against Maidenhead. Obviously, Yeovil have got several games in hand on a fewer teams around them and even above them. And Maidenhead are sort of roughly where you'd think that there would be or should be. I'm going to go for Yeovil to win by 3-0 against Maidenhead. I think they've got enough to get past Maidenhead. So, yeah, 3-0 for me for Yeovil against Maidenhead. And also, just to let you know that if you are going to any of the games tomorrow, enjoy. If you are not, but you do want to watch some National League, BT have got the fixture between Wildstone and Solihull Moors tomorrow night. So if you can't make one of the games but you want to see how the results are going, you can always tune into BT and watch Wildstone against Solihull, and that will give you how the results are getting on. If you are going to one of the games tomorrow, I will be at the Grimsby Altricham game. But if you are going to one of the games, do enjoy. Good luck to your sides. Hope you all get the results that you want. And I will see you guys for the next preview, which will be coming up on Saturday. And I will see you guys then. Thank you.